IBEST bring you Cambridge Standard.
Summary statements in Academic Task 1. Remember that Academic Task 1 is a summary writing task. This means that you do not need to include all detail. But it also means that to do it well, you really need to include a brief summary statement of the main points of the chart. That is the best way to make the main points clear. So why do you need a summary statement? Your goal is to make the main points of the chart clear, and the most effective way to do this is to make a separate paragraph telling the examiner what those main points are. If you leave this summary statement out, the examiner may penalise you for not answering the question. What should you put in the summary statement? You should include the really obvious things. These can be, for instance, the biggest changes or greatest contrasts. Normally, you want to include only 2-3 points, as the idea is not to include much detail. The idea is to write 2 or at most 3 sentences. You don't need to include detail such as numbers in the summary statement. Where should you put the summary statement? A difficult question. My preference is to include it immediately after the introduction, as it helps show the examiner immediately that you have seen the big picture and that you are answering the task. If you look in the official Cambridge test books, though, you will find that the answers prepared by examiners have this summary statement at the end normally. It's tough, but don't worry too much, as IELTS examiners are trained to accept different approaches, so either way should be okay. Is the summary statement a conclusion? No, not really. You can put the summary statement at the end, as you would with conclusion, but they do different jobs. A conclusion is about your ideas and something you put in an essay. In Task 1, you don't include your ideas at all. You are simply summarising facts. This is not an essay. You don't have opinions, and so you don't come to conclusions. Look at this chart below and decide what 4 features you might include. Remember, you're only looking for the big picture, the really obvious things. Ignore the details, and that means you don't want many numbers.